scar on her back. And I'm like, well, I got to release that scar first. And she goes, oh, well, I had a C-section, and then I had 2 surgeries on my large intestine. Okay, so let me work on those. And I'm like, let's see your flexibility. She could barely move backwards. She could only bend forward like this, and she had no side to side. All I did was use that and did the scar release. She could bend all the way back. She could bend down and reach, touch her toes and go from side to side. And she's like, that was just with the scars? And I'm like, yeah, it's amazing how little scar tissue will do. And I said, plus the essential oils, I said it really, released it very, very quickly.
John, what'd you put on her scar now?
That was the essential breed.
Essential
That's
breed.
the one with the myrrh and the frankincense.
The expensive one.
Yeah, the expensive one. It's
Until,
like
until
liquid
he
gold.
markets that other stuff.
What, the 5 elements one is going to be?
I'm like I
It's
don't
gonna
want
be
to like help
expensive?
them make a bottle for it, and it's just like.
Is it 2? You'll be the marketing.
I'm telling you, because once people get a hold of that and they use it as, if you were to market a bottle of essential perfume or cologne and tell people where to put it, P6, CV17, a couple of points, and market it in a way.
Do you have any
that people
limitations
start
with
to
your
feel
bending?
better.
I would call it green cologne,
And smell
green
good.
Do you have
perfume,
any limitations?
put in a green bottle.
That's right.
That's what you need to do.
Yes, because everybody's going
Green
crazy with
color.
green.
What's the disability?
But I tell you, that voice,
This will be his cash.
You want to show the rotation, John, before you do that?
he said, look at the triangle. That's what they're talking about.
You got another scar right there.
That's just from John.
So that's as far as you
Still
can.
a scar.
So you can
It's not as deep as that one,
It's okay, I'll still do it.
and I can't straighten it either. That's my joint.
That is so amazing. I don't know.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, it's just confirmation. I'm gonna have to show that to Ariana.
And I actually had I was telling Lainey, I had a client that I worked on yesterday before I swung by here. Yesterday was the second time I worked on him. He had
I'm not crazy. I'm
a lot of shoulder pain and back pain and neck pain. And he had a ruptured biceps tendon. He couldn't put any pressure on his arm. He couldn't hold a pen. And all I did with him was scar release and standard protocol and the shoulder treatment. And when I got done, he was actually able to do push-ups. And he was like, oh my God, I've not been able to do that in like a year. Feeling it?
Feel my elbow.
I don't know how I can teach
Kind of
this.
preparing, is it?
Just scared me to death. Well, I'm not scared, but I'm just like.
Are you collecting money yet?
I got an envelope, guys, so whenever, if you have a moment, you want to put your cash in here so I can pay the man.
I did.
And if
I
it's
just
$7 a
make
piece,
it
so
so-
if you need change, just write on the envelope if you put more, like if you only have a 10 or something like that, and I can pay you back, okay? So I'm gonna leave it up here.
I just put enough oil on so that the scar is wet, or moist, not really sopping wet, but it's at least moist enough to tell that it's on there. You can barely even feel it. Yeah, you can barely even feel it.
To take the next step and move forward, and you're ready. Oh my gosh, I just.
Everyone's gonna wanna know why you're crying. Okay, at lunchtime, guys, we'll
explain.
Well, like, okay, it's like a miracle that has happened, and we all need to know.
And Bill's shoulder is in that picture.
Yeah.
So Bill has
all
to
about
see it.
Bill.
Bill has been blessed
It's
by
all
the
about
scroll.
Bill.
You just put a little bit of
Yeah, I put oil completely over the scar. Just put a dab on my finger and just went right over, putting it in there.
That is miraculous. That's why I really
You said frankincense, sandalwood, myrrh, sage, and something.
Rosemary and there's a couple other things. No, there's no time in
Part
there.
about a song? Rosemary? It's the wrong name.
how much that person is correct.
Baby Jesus boy.
That entities, they're
Do they select those for certain frequencies or for certain?
Basically, I actually did it because I wanted a spiritual blend just for meditation. And then when I found out that the high vibrations were good for scar tissues, then I started doing that.
Those were essential oils. Those were
This is positive, negative, that's
and it was exactly this.
So you picked ones that had a high vibration.
It was rubies, it was, they were, you know.
Did you get that?
Okay, so let's, what do you want to get?
Stretch it out.
Oh, yeah. She couldn't stretch it out before? She couldn't extend it?
It was always like this.
Yeah, she couldn't stretch it out before, now she can
She
completely.
gets full extensions.
Since
How much?
1973.
And I've seen this, and it's funny because we're not like, wow, because we see this all the time. I mean, all the
It's real
time.
tight now, but you still have that
Patients all
scar
the
tissue
time.
over there, which is probably
No, I mean,
affecting
I
that part.
didn't feel this before.
But the other thing too is this was she didn't even have to point the scar out to it because it was such a crevice that you could actually see it across the room. Now it's just you can barely see it.
It's a little bit there.
Yeah, barely.
But if you feel it, it's not half as ropey as what it was.
Yeah.
External rotation?
It doesn't look as white as it was before.
That's her hand right there.
Do the external
She can totally externally.
Ah, that's
Did you get it before?
I did. Yeah, because I wanted it right in front, because that's where I was before. Beautiful.
And you can fully extend while you're rotating, so.
Merritt Island,
I
John.
hyperextend anyway.
It's gonna be magic.
Yeah, I already told Judy I was gonna go.
I just wish I could get Irene to do it.
Oh, yeah, she told me that she's got other plans.
You know, and I've had people like that where I haven't used the oil and it's taken me a couple times, and with the oil it just seems to just automatically release it.
Is there anybody else that has a scar so we can kind of do a, like with and without so you can see the difference? A burn
I
scar?
actually have a patient that I do her, she was burned when she was a little girl, she's in her 50s, and I'm actually still releasing her burn scars.
For the whole.
Had a friend in high school. His hand got pulled into the old ringer thing, and he had a, I mean, it just basically peeled his skin off. It had to go.
Go over the top. Ryan's being picky and not letting it.
Right, you feel like it was
Restriction, right? You see,
I
that's,
know. I talked to
you
him. Oh, I don't
having,
know where he is.
you
but
have the
yeah.
frequency of the essential oil, and then you have the frequency of the direct current, and you have the frequency of the practitioner's heart. Okay? You have three frequencies going along here, and then you have her
You
frequency.
have a card in there?
All four frequencies are now going around and around and around in circle and achieves that.
And this looks better.
Yeah, much better.
This was always
And then
stuck to
you
my
can
elbow.
just, yeah, that's not even stuck to the elbow anymore. And it's not as thick and ropey. I mean, I can actually pick that up now. You couldn't really do
It
that
was
before.
tender before.
Yeah, tenderness.
For all you guys that are just kind of getting into the ETPS, I mean, you know, John and I and Irene, we've been doing it for a while. You will get a lot of release. I mean, just huge release from just scars. And once you do that, I mean, everything else just falls into place. It truly does.
I think what we'll do is, let's go ahead and